Yeah, our yield bonus is only 80%. What did we miss? I don't know why we only have an 80% bonus on these fields. Hello and welcome along and welcome back to No Man's Land. The time has come again. We've got our combine out and yeah, we have crop to harvest. It is the beginning of July, and if we have a look through here, our top two fields are fields of barley are both ready to cut, so we're going to head around there. We've been waiting for this for a little while to get these started. So we're going to be doing the straw swath out the back of these and getting the straw out so that we can get that sold later in the year. We've got lots of stuff in our gardens at the moment, so I think we're going to take a break in the harvest next game day, skip and do 2 days this month, get all of that cleared up. We've got all the baling and collecting up of the bales and everything to do as well. So for the first time in a while, I think we're going to be spending a few episodes, a few videos in a singular month. Something I do need to check, and something people have pointed out, is that my barley, my bees, let's just hop out here quickly. My bees may not be giving me the most, may not be giving me honey because there's a limited range on the catcher. So I'm just going to sort this before we go any further. Not farmland. We want to go into here and construction. There we go. And just see if we can get another beehive collection. Where are we? Animals is what I want. Bees. So I should be able to put one of these. Yeah, you see, you've only got one item allowed per farm. So this must be collecting up all of my beehives, because you couldn't put them all within range of that. So yeah, this hive should be covering this field fairly easily. Hopefully the other hive is covering the other field. But yeah, I couldn't believe that that's only got a small range. If you can catch, if you can only catch the stuff from one hive on it, it would be a little bit counterproductive. That right? So we'll start it up. Down with the header. And yeah, after this year we're gonna need to get ourselves, oh no, that's not what we want. Let's change over to swath, please. There we go. I'm wondering if after, well no, I know that after this year we need to give this combine a wash. It hasn't been washed since last year. It is looking very, very mucky and in serious need of a clean. And combine this age, you leave it this dirty for too long and you're gonna get flames. I really love this old combine. I'm pretty sure it's a model as old as I am, and as a result, I know we had a John Deere. I think I mentioned this last time we did this. We had a John Deere on my dad's farm around about this time. In fact, I've got pictures of a harvester, John Deere harvester, we had on my dad's farm around this time that this would have been available. And I'm really, really wondering if we had one of these, whether this particular model was available in the UK, because if it was, I'm pretty sure that we had one of these, and it would that would be really cool to have that. I have realized something that I keep forgetting with this combine. We have to leave the auger out, because otherwise, as it was, and the way these things were sealed, you would lose grain out the side. So yeah, we're supposed to leave the auger out at all times on this combine, and then we can put it in when we're not using it and we've got an empty grain tank. Otherwise, it is just gonna drop grain out of the hole at the bottom of the auger all the time. 96% full now. I think we're gonna end up being a full tank by the time we get to this corner. So I'm taking it a little bit more cautiously as we come up to here. There we go. Because the last thing I want to do is end up with the combine running into the thing. And I'm going to go back get the tractor and trailer. And I think we're going to use our new tractor for this, actually. We're not going to be sitting there while it's unloading, so I'm not too worried about there being no cab on this. If I was actually carting, then I'd take the other tractor because of the cab. But with this one, we don't need to worry about that. What we do need to do is get our... Oh, come on. Is get our trailer sorted. So let's get this hooked up. And, come on. Where are you? There we go. Get that there. Start her up. I really would like to get a more dedicated trailer. A proper karting trailer and a proper and a trailer to use as a flatbed, especially as this is a flatbed is quite small for us, so it doesn't quite meet the requirements. Right, open this, customize it. We want to take it up to the 8,000 capacity. What's the chassis color options? Oh, that. No, I'm not going to change that. We're not repainting that today. And customize, yes. Okay. Back out. Interesting. The actual point to get this to hook up is rather weird. There it is. Quite a way out, that is. Right, let's go empty the combine. If I'm honest, I don't think this is a tractor I plan to have on the farm for very long. It is not quite in fitting with what I'm trying to do here. And yeah, I think at some point I want to replace it with a Massey. We have had a good Massey turn up, and we discussed this last time, and I'm just unable to buy it. And I don't think we could ever have bought it in the setup we wanted. But this will do us for now. It will keep things ticking over. It is used, so it wasn't a huge amount of money. Let's empty this out. Start the combine up and get this emptied. Why cannot not be performed here? There we go. This combine is not the fastest unloading machine out there, but we are almost done. There we go. Right. Auger. No, leave the auger out. Start her up. And away we go again. Get this third headland done, and then we can start cutting into the field. This little combine works great for our farm as it is right now. It's got a 6,000 litre tank, roughly. It works great on these little fields, especially with its size of header, and just is perfect. And it wasn't that expensive. I think what we paid 20-ish thousand for this, and just works as it should, which is great. We've only got 1.5 hours on it, so we didn't even buy this second hand. We bought this straight up for 20,000, and it does the job absolutely perfectly. I did have a Ford one on here that I did try out, and again I spoke about this last harvest, I think, and it just didn't work as at all. And this John Deere, I think it's by Tired Iron Modding who did this this John Deere, and it just, yeah, it is a fantastic mod and absolutely perfect. But what we need and what we're doing on here, can we get the whole of this end in here? If we can, then we're going to get this whole stripping, because this just gets thinner. I think by the looks of it, that's not missing anything. Oh, it's missed a tiny chunk. We'll have to come back and get that. But otherwise, we've got the rest of this row in. Absolutely perfect. Now, there's a mod that got released last week that I think will be perfect for here. I haven't downloaded it, installed it yet, but for what we're doing and how we're setting up and what we've got on here, I think it's going to be absolutely perfect. It is, of course, the grain mill, the old windmill grain mill, which I think is going to be fantastic for everything on here. Allow us to turn our own grain into flour, and then possibly build a bakery a little bit closer to the main workshop or the main sell point, and make bread and things like that. In fact, we are only a few cows away from making cake, which would be really interesting. So I think we're probably going to try and get that. We'll put the windmill somewhere on our land, make our own flour, and make extra money from our crop just by doing that, which would be well worth it. So yeah, and it's about 13,000. So we don't quite have enough money yet, but come later in the year, we'll certainly be able to afford that when we get all of our silage sold. And up. There we go. And yeah, that will make us extra cash. I think the rest of this field is going to fit in this combine. It's quite interesting. Only 2 full tanks off here by the looks of things, which is a lot less wheat than I was or a lot less barley than I was expecting. We do have, just gonna pop out here. Yeah, our yield bonus is only 80%. What did we miss? Oh, I know what we missed. We've got why have we got weeds? I don't know why we only have an 80% bonus on these fields. Let's just have a quick look in our map here and see what we've got. So nothing. Yeah, this is where it'll be. Weeds, no. Take the mulched off. It's fully fertilized. Doesn't need rolling. Doesn't need lime. Doesn't need plowing. I don't quite know why we've only got an 80%. That's really weird. Oh, hang on. Fertilized 5960. Really? Let's check the other field that we haven't done yet, just in case. Okay, we've got a 100% yield bonus on here. Maybe we do. Maybe it's because it's a thin strip that we're looking at here. Possibly, because, yeah, it's only saying 20. We'll see how we do on the other field. But, yeah, we are 100% on the other field. And we seem to be the same here. I think it's because we're looking at a thin strip and it's checking a larger area. But, yeah, that's a bit weird. I'm hoping that we are at 100% on here. Of course, without running precision farming on here, which at the moment I'm not planning to do, partly because we're running such old equipment, I won't really know. Now let's get that done. We'll turn off the thresher, and then we can get this unloaded and go and get started on the second field. And the header on this combine doesn't seem to get dirty. It gets dirty, but nowhere near as much as the rest of the combine does. Right. I've got to sort out my controls, I think, because that should be dumping into that trailer. Right, let's try this again. It's weird. It'll do it, by the keyboard, but not by my side panel. I need to work out what's going on with that, because, yeah, I want to do that via the control panel. Wow. That's, we're going to have to empty out into the trailer again before we start the next field. I suppose it's only 8,000. So, yeah, we are going to have to empty out before we get too far into this field. That's the downside with that trailer. I really want a larger trailer, and I think that's a fairly big thing now, is to get that. So let's go tip the barley and get started on this second field. I don't think there's enough space in the combine to get around that headland, so yeah, we definitely need to go tip this and get that done. The other thing actually about the grain mill, I'm thinking about it, is it will take our canola and do canola oil, and we've got quite a nice location for it just in here, off to the side of the trees. Although I'm not sure you'd put a windmill right next to a load of tall trees, because I think that's going to affect your wind power. But we have got plenty of places we can put it around here. There's by the lake here is a good place. I think we got some space near the entrance. Yeah, we have. It could go right here, in fact. So we'd have Windmill Farm, we could call this then, and put it there and do that. There are options, but I definitely think that it will be a good thing to have here, and a good investment for the future. Right. See, that dump's there fine. Don't know what it is. Right, I figured out what my problem was. I had both dump and dump on the ground set to the same control, and it was confusing the hell out of it. So I've sorted that now, and yeah, we are dumping into the silo, and hopefully when we get back to the field, we should be able to dump straight out of the combine very easily as well. Alright, here we are back at the field. We'll just bring the tractor up to the edge of the crop, like so. Turn that off. Jump into the combine. And back it off. Right, let's see if this works now. There we go. So yeah, no longer trying to dump all of our crop on the ground. We've got it going into the trailer properly now. Ideally, we want a trailer that will take 2 loads off the combine, so about 12,000 litres. I think the carrot, that without its extension, takes pretty much a perfect amount. The one that I want to get, though, is this one. Takes 15,000 litres, so has enough space, and yeah, is pretty perfect for us. And it's a Massey Ferguson trailer, which fits in with the Massey Ferguson farm we're trying to build here. So yeah, that's the trailer I want to get. If that comes on offer at any time, then we'll probably grab it. At the moment, though, it's not. So we've got to stick with the one we've got. But upgrading our trailer on the farm, I think, is a must. It's getting to the point where it doesn't meet our requirements, either for carting or for transporting bales and pallets and things either. We've got enough space in the combine to make it back around this second headland. And then we want to empty it, really. We've got 4,200 litres in here. So we're going to be in a place where we've got more grain in the combine than we can put in our trailer. And we know that we can't do much more than 1 1/3 full tanks off this combine into that trailer. So it's not a very big trailer. Hence me wanting to get it changed to one that can take 2 full tanks off this combine. And so it's going to be a case of emptying it as much as we can, and then probably, yeah, if it's less than 2,000 liters that we are left with in here, then we won't bother emptying the combine when we come back. If it's more than 2,000 liters, then yeah, we definitely need to empty the combine when we come back, and then we can do another full tank out of here and into our tractor and trailer and get that done. It seems to me though we might be getting a slightly higher yield off this field. We are 2 headlands in and we're nearly at a full tank. That's more than we were getting off the other field last time. So I don't know. It seems to me that is a little bit odd and a little bit off. Don't know what's going on with that other field. Or maybe it is just my imagination, but both of these fields were treated the same, so we shouldn't have any weirdness like that. Alright, let's get this emptied out and see how much we have left. There we go. That is all it will take, and yes, we have more than 2,000 liters left. So let's turn the combine off and go and get this tipped. We'll come back and we'll empty it again, and then we've got enough space for about a tank off the combine. Right, a nice empty trailer. Let's get this refilled again with a couple of 1,000 liters. Round it in and unload. And there we go. That's nice and emptied again. Let's jump into the tractor, and I'm just going to move this off the field and onto the other one, so it's out of our way, and we can get stuck back into this field. We've got 16,000 liters off here so far, off these 2 fields. I think we might get it up to 24,000 liters, maybe a little bit more, which, in all honesty, is a pretty decent harvest. I'm happy with that. Cutting in now, and we've got nearly half a, no, in fact, we're just shy of half a tank, having just done the first cutting off this field, off one more headland. That is actually quite a huge yield off here. I'm really enthused by the fact that I think we're going to end up with hitting another full tank on here, and possibly another 2,000 liters, maybe, if we're lucky. I mean, to be certainly at this point, I was not expecting it to be over half a tank. So yeah, I think we're gonna be doing well off this field, and I think to turn as much of it to flour eventually as we can is gonna be very important. One thing I do want to know before we go down that route is how much does flour go for? Here we go. So yeah, I'd like to make bread and things, but at the moment that's not a possibility. Making flour though very much is. Let's see, where's flour? There's flour. So that goes at the farm shop. It goes up to 1,242. So yeah, I think it's going to be worth processing our barley into flour and our canola actually into oil. Do we have, there we go, canola oil. That tops out at 3,400. Wow. So yeah, we want to be looking at getting the windmill, because that is gonna be massively worth it. We're coming up to another full tank, but I think we probably have enough in the combine to fill the trailer now. So I'm gonna cut back in a little bit along here and then just stop there, and we'll go and get the tractor and fill this up. It makes sense not to go for a full tank and just keep going. It'll probably keep us going a little bit easier and doesn't stop the combine so much. There we are. And I think what we'll do is we'll do 2 trips at the end So empty this now, fill the trailer up, and then we can go and fill the combine up as much as possible off the rest of this. See if we get another 2,000 litres. If we do that, we'll be over, well, we'll be at 26,000 litres overall, which will be absolutely brilliant. And keep us going quite nicely. This combine really does take an age to unload, though. And we've got to be coming to the end of that. Yeah, that was a really good estimate. We filled the trailer with only 3% left in the combine. That's pretty perfect. Oh, what I do need to do, though, is move the tractor out of the way, because that is going to be horribly in the way of what we're doing. So we'll just move this over here, turn the engine off, and hop back in the combine and get the rest of this field done. We've got that little patch there just to finish off, and this bit here. We are at nearly 1,900 litres. We are at 1,900 litres. So, is there 96 litres of wheat left in, 94 litres. The answer to that is going to be a resounding yes, because we have just passed 2,000 litres. That means 26,000 litres off these two fields. That's brilliant. That is absolutely fantastic. I am so pleased with that result. So there we go. That is it. 2,085 litres. That gives us a total of 26,085 litres off these two fields. Brilliant. We're going to just park the combine here for a moment as we hop in the tractor. We'll go tip this, and then we'll come back and empty the rest of the combine. But that is a resounding success, and it's 4:45 in the afternoon. So it's been a good day's harvest. We've got both fields done. We're just going to have to get both fields baled next. So, yeah, that's going to be a job for the next video or the video after, depending on whether we do anything with our gardens and our chickens and everything. Because we do need to make sure all of that keeps running well. So back to the field and just get this under our auger. There we go. Like so. And then over into the combine. Start her up. Empty her out. And there we are. So, 5:10 in the afternoon. 2 fields harvested. I'm feeling really good about this. So, I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. So, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.